kind of a cornerstone of civilization. And the idea of this game is you play you have a civilization, and you can pretty much just decide how xenophobic you are. And if you're really xenophobic, then no one gets in, and you individually become more powerful. And if you're really non-xenophobic, then everyone can get in and everyone can get out. And so you're spreading knowledge and wealth and awesomeness. And so you individually are kind of terrible, but the world is better as a result. And you're trying to basically make yourself or the world awesome.
All right.
What's it called again?
Cultural exchange.
Okay.
So mine, and don't have an amazing title yet, but it's sort of immigration hurdles. It's basically the idea would be to sort of symbolize what it's like for a new immigrant to like enter a new country, a new culture, that kind of thing. And to sort of basically the idea I had roughly is that you sort of see this environment. It would be kind of like a puzzle type game where you see this environment of like little people or whatever moving in certain patterns, and you have to figure out what that pattern is to sort of become sort of integrated into their culture and stuff. So
it's about blending in.
Yes, yeah, about blending in.
Cool. I like that one.
Mine is the bureaucracy. It's,
what does that have to do with immigration?
so yeah, you're a Turkish immigrant and struggling through the U.S. immigration, through the different tests, and they keep giving you weird tests like bring flowers to down or I don't know, walk around circles or stuff like that.
So that could be like a lightning game thing, right? Like press A to not die.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I mean, it could be anything.
WarioWare.
Just throwing it out there. WarioWare style. I don't know if everyone's played that. Yeah.
WarioWare? Anybody?
WarioWare? Everyone knows the game style?
I think that's more popular than press X to not.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Hey, guys.
That was
All right, there was a game like that at the Global Game Jam this year, so some people in here know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
So I've got Chinese rhino beetle, and the moral of it is that balance and diversity is a good thing, which applies to immigration, but the idea is that the reason Chinese rhino beetles are a problem is because there's no predators for them in the American ecosystem, so you have to immigrate other creatures to prey on them. And so the trick is you have to immigrate creatures from all over the world in order to have a balanced ecosystem.
This
That's
can
all that
only
generally
end
got.
badly. I'm going to refer you to cane toads in Australia.
Well, that's the point.
Well, it could be survival. How long can you try to balance the ecosystem?
Dwarf Fortress ecosystem.
Fails. At the end, some reference to chaos theory. Excellent.
Bring the cat to get the mouse and the dog to get the cat. And
All right, Jason. Oh, yeah. Say your first name before you talk. I forgot to mention that. But it's just good for us to know names.
My name is Jason.
Hi, Jason.
And I hope you're not yes, go on.
And I decided to go a little bit of a different route, because actually sort of from what Darren was, from talking with Darren back at Boston Indies on Monday, it made me think about my own family history, and particularly with this is my grandmother survived the Holocaust, and actually one of the main things is that she was in a concentration camp in southern France, managed to escape and got into Spain by being with a group that escaped over the Pyrenees Mountains. And so, it's still very nebulous as to what I would think something having to do with that escape over the Pyrenees, some sort of a linear game. I was thinking maybe actually sort of an Oregon Trail type of game.
Yeah. So it's like the refugee style immigration. So,
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. So.
All right.
thanks. AC.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we do have some. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm Steve, and my idea is, say you've got like 4 or 5 families all from different countries, and they've all lost their favorite CD of music from their home country. So your job is to go around and find the CD, listen to it. It's about 15 or 20 seconds of different world music, and match the CD to the right family.
Wouldn't we need some audio people to make that game? just trying to point out the obvious flaws in
Auto
everyone's
Arena,
idea.
we've got like 2, and he's got an operator.
No, it sounds like a great one for this particular jam too. Yeah.
Alright. I've got 3.
What's your name, Jeff?
What's my name?
Jeff. No, if it's big on your name tag, I guess it's fine.
My name is Jeff Programmer.
So,
So I have 3. I'm going to move one of them because it's very similar to the culture exchange. Basically, you're building a country's resources to try to attract people into it, as well as building fences to try to keep undesirable people out. But the more you build fences and restrictions on people getting in, the fewer people want to come in, and the more people go out and build the other countries much, much bigger. So it's kind of very similar to cultural exchange, kind of culture exchange. The other one was also similar, where it's a padding game. It's not written out, I should do that. But you're swapping countries to try to get people where they want to go, and it's puzzly. The third one is the funny one, and it's a game about either anchor babies and or terror babies, and how ridiculous that is as a concept. I haven't figured out like exactly the gameplay. You're like trying to avoid the authorities long enough to have a baby in the United States, and then it doesn't fucking matter because they deport you anyway. And credit to JMac, Jason gave me the name of the game, which is Anchors Away.
not the Jason who's here. Or maybe
No.
we have multiple Jasons.
So is your progress bar just his stomach getting bigger?
Yes.
So that's,
Oh.
okay, I just checked.
See, that's why we need artists
Fantastic.
thinking of these things. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Alec. I also have 2 up here. The first one was similar to the bureaucracy one. It basically involves a maze of red tape. The idea is you got to go through the maze and collect all the items you need to complete your immigration. The catch is, every time you collect an item, they change the rules on you. Or they go to lunch. It's like the DMV. Like you collect your passport and then they're like, oh, by the way, we reversed your controls. Next item.
It's like a really annoying puzzle game.
Yeah. The next idea was basically the dating sim, where you are an eligible non-citizen, several potential countries to choose from to woo. You have to build your stats, your political influence, go on dates, and seduce the country of your dreams.
There you go. These all sound good.
Exactly.
So I have a really quick idea. So the aliens are mad at the Earth's immigration problems. They start abducting people and shooting them in other countries. How's that for immigration? Top-down go all over the world type of thing, 5 people.
Shoot them in other countries and they get their own army.
Yeah, and they're all like, whoa.
And what's your name?
Oh, Alvin, by the way.
Alright, we have more ideas.
I actually had 2 ideas as well. Spencer, by the way. One of them is very similar to Daniel's idea. Convince various customs agents to let you into the country. Between these dialogue sessions, take your character through the labyrinthian immigration office, trying not to cause mayhem along the way. So, you're trying not to like make anything explode or like anyone angry or like. I'm envisioning kind of something humorous, like one of these dialogue sessions could be in the form of a Pokemon battle with an immigration officer. Like, immigration officer uses background checks. Something like that.
We should probably just put a card up that says Pokemon game. Sure. Like 9 people that want to do that.
So yeah, there's these kind of Mass Effect like dialogue sessions, and that's kind of goes along with these top-down kind of 2D scrollers where you're trying to navigate your way around these offices, trying to advance and finally get out of the building. So my other idea: you are an ant. You are looking for a colony. You have to find stuff and bring it to an anthill, not get eaten. Convince them to let you in. Make friends and enemies. This is kind of leaving this open-ended. Get other people to help you bring larger or other ants help you bring larger items to the anthill, which will be worth more reputation. That kind of thing, and eventually you can finally be accepted into the anthill as a proper ant citizen. So.
Great.
Hello, I'm Kristen. So my idea can be incorporated a melting pot, and you have objects that could be food, items, instruments, whatever you like. And basically the goal is to make a certain recipe or whatnot. Music, so if you drop a taco in, you get a Latin groove, or if you drop a shakuhachi in, you get shakuhachi music and all that kind of stuff. So it really just be making recipes to progress in the game, or just to make cool music. It can be just totally fun and interactive. So good.
Hi, my name is Nick. This is one idea.
20 seconds.
Okay, 7 seconds per guy. I was thinking that I was inspired by those 3D puzzles, like the globe or the planets, and I was thinking that it sucks when we want to travel to some place or stay in a country, we can't do it. So it would be wonderful if we could pull all these places to our country. So I was thinking of the world as a huge 3D jigsaw puzzle, which is more of a Rubik's sphere, as in Rubik's cube. So the mode of the games would be like there's a civil map, there's a geophysical map, there's a traffic map, just like Satellite and all those modes in Google Maps. You can have choices of how many pieces to exchange, but you can't take away land or create new land. Unless there is some special phenomena like earthquakes, erupting volcanoes, stuff like that. There will also be bonuses, taking advantage of everything that can happen to the planet. You're going to have the shortcut by the proverbial China tunnel, something like that. Every now and then you can have some cosmic phenomena, comet might hit, place and maybe you lose pieces. Then you have a mode of how many pieces you can switch, like country mode, continent mode, even a neighborhood mode. And it gets pretty detailed. I mean, you can give municipalities, stuff like that, and all these bonuses. The more we brainstorm about this, the more we can get. That's the way it's pretty much with every game. So, that's it. Oh, and by the way, I'm from Berkeley and I do music, but I can also draw. That's why I see two colors.
Okay, great.
Sure.
So my name is Leah, and my keyword is adaptation. I had an idea where you have a garden, and a plant or a seed is transplanted into this garden, and because it's not its native environment, you have to change the conditions so that it flourishes without negatively affecting everything else in the garden. And yeah.
All right.
Okay. So my idea was Martian day labor. It's like, an alien comes to Earth with the goal of world domination or whatever, and decides to get there by working as a day laborer and, picking tomatoes. So you go through level picking tomatoes for, like 10 cents a piece, and when you get to the end of the level, the boss pays you, and then you have upgrades, but they're all like doomsday devices and things, so an upgrade costs $20 million, but you get $1. So.
At first I was going to say 10 cents.
Yeah,
It was a
cool.
surprise.
Yeah, probably actually good.
Where's your card?
Right here.
Great. How do you say your name?
ASA.
Asa. All right. Is that the last one from the ones people put up?
I had a second one, but
Go ahead.
the first person with more than one, so I wasn't sure if that was kosher. So I'm going to put this with the other melting pot ones. The idea is you get musical themes and you have an existing piece, and you need to find ways of incorporating those new vamps or riffs of music into your existing piece without them losing their identity in the melting pot. That would just stick.
Cool. Yeah, so obviously, by the way, these ideas that seem similar, you're probably going to be on a team. I mean, it seems like a good, sometimes the best idea comes from like two ideas played off each other. So I haven't presented mine. I wrote mine up as incognito. So the idea is you're an immigrant. Basically, you're trying to work illegal jobs and feed your family back home, but not get noticed because basically you'll be okay as long as no one notices that you're I don't know, like don't commit crimes and things. But actually, it would be harder than that. Probably, I'm actually thinking it would be very similar to the Martian day laborer idea we just heard. I knew it would be funnier if you were a Martian, so I like that. So like you're a Martian trying to seem like a normal person and not get noticed that you're an alien. So probably, you're working on a farm and you have to act like all the other people there. But we'll make it like really, yeah. It'll be, yes, it'll be like a much more light-hearted version of Chris Hecker's game that he's working on right now called Spy Party, where basically you're just trying to fit in, and I think it would be pretty funny because you can just make the people there exceptionally